Hi, I'm Christy Yamaguchi, and you're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap. And we're here enjoying an amazing event for Always Stream, a nonprofit about early childhood literacy.
Only like 2 people over here. I can hear you.
I guess just first off, the shot clock issues in the first half, just how did that affect the rhythm of the game, or what was your reaction, the team's reaction to that?
And that type of stuff we can't control. So with that, it didn't throw off no rhythm at all, nothing like that. Like I said, it's some things that we can't control, or either team. So.
And I guess Golden State kind of through that first quarter, they shot 7 of 8 from 3. I think they finished 12 of 19, shot 50% from the field. Just what were they doing so well to exploit the defense?
I would say we overhelped, and that's one thing we talked about, like that Golden State wanted to do shoot threes and make free throws, and that's what they did. They seen like the mismatch and we trying to like help, and they kicked it out to the wide open person, and it was just knocking down threes. Even contested threes that we contested, they still knocked it down. So I give credit to Golden State how the way they played. They play hard. They feisty, do offense and defense. So.
Just how much importance are you placing on this final stretch, especially your teams kind of coming in between 6th, 7th, 8th in the standings right now?
Yeah, all of these games are very important. All these games is playoff games. And that's one thing Steph just said in the locker room, that every single game that we play is a playoff game, that we're trying to get into the playoff play and also play during the postseason. So, and our main thing right now is just making sure we just focus on the scouting report, whoever we got next. We got Phoenix now. We got to just focus on the scouting report and just dive in right there, because that's going to be the biggest thing going into the postseason as well. Yep.
I guess just to start out, there were those shot clock issues in the first quarter. Just how did that affect you guys, the rhythm, or what was you and the team's reaction to it?
No, I don't think that's a part of it. It was our defense. No excuses with the shot clock. No matter what, they had to play against it too. It wasn't just on us. So no excuses there. We just had some defensive mishaps for sure.
Yeah, and kind of talking about the defense, Golden State, they started 7 of 8 from 3. I think they shot over 50% from the field. Just how were they exploiting your defense?
We was letting them get open shots too easy. The game plan was to limit their threes. The scouting report was on there. We just didn't do a good job of it.
And then there's 4 games left in the season.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of going in between 6th and 8th in the standings.
Yeah.
Just how important are this last 4-game stretch?
Extremely important. Extremely important. We all know that we're trying to make a playoff push. So we got to get the one next, which is Phoenix. We really need it. All these games are important for us. All right, thank you.
Today.
Yeah.
But kind of just to start out, the shot clock issues in the first quarter, do you think that affected the rhythm of the game? Just how did you try to help your team through that?
I mean, it certainly affected the rhythm of the game. I don't know if it, affected the readiness, at all. But, yeah, I mean, it's disruptive. It's not something that you expect to see. But we often talk about controlling the things that we can control, and when we couldn't control that. So staying warm, and staying engaged. And, I thought that, we did what we could to work through the issue. And, kudos to everybody that had a hand in at least working it out. But then, we came out and we weren't ready those first, 5-6 minutes of the quarter.
And Ariel pointed to the defensive miscues. I know Golden State started 7 of 8 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think shot over 50% from the field.
Yep.
Just what were they able to do to exploit your defense today?
Well, they're really good at spacing the floor. Their passes are on time and on target. So you can't make a lot of defensive mistakes. And I felt like we overhelped. I mean, we were trying to not allow catch and shoot threes. We didn't want to overhelp on drivers. We overhelped. We over-rotated. The timing on our rotation wasn't very good, and we gave them wide open catch and shoot threes. And they are a really good team when they can get that.
And you've talked about how defense turns into offense too, and I know obviously it was 33% from the field today.
Yeah.
Did that? You think that kind of contribute to it, the defensive lapses?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're always taking the ball out of the net, it's tough to get some easy ones in transition. It's tough to get them in rotation, and they're also an excellent defensive team. And so sometimes if you don't take your easy read, it becomes a little bit more difficult. I just felt like we weren't aggressive. We were very tentative offensively. We didn't play with any kind of pace. So even when we had opportunities to run in transition, we were jogging the ball up the floor. We allowed them to set their defense, and they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, and you can't allow them to do that.
And you guys are kind of bouncing in between 6th and 8th in the standings. Just how important is this 4-game stretch to kind of solidify your spot in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, every game is important, and certainly when you have an opportunity to play against opponents that you're vying for playoff implications, it is. And it's one game at a time for us, and focusing on the next opponent. And I felt like anytime we potentially had an opportunity. I mean, it was like a 5-point game with 7.5 minutes left. We had an opportunity to close the gap, and we just had some mental breakdowns that killed us and allowed them to go on runs. And so, we gotta learn from this one, and we got to go into Phoenix, and we got to be better. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Allie LaForce, reporter for the NBA on TNT, and you are tuned in to Bay Area Sports Wrap.